Have you ever seen a basketball player make 6 or 7 or 8 shots in a row and think that he had the hot hand? You're not the only one.
So do you think there are people who are streakier shooters than others, meaning they're hot one game and then cold the next?
Yeah, definitely. I can remember one of my water polo teammates who seemed like he would either be scoring a lot of goals in a game or wouldn't seem like much of a player in the game at all.
In basketball, I definitely think there are streaky shooters. I've been playing my whole life, and I've played with guys that can either come in the gym sometimes and not hit a shot, and then the next day be in there hitting everything. So I definitely think streaky shooter is part of basketball.
Yes, I do believe that there are streaky shooters. There was a kid I played with, the point guard on my high school team, actually. It seemed like he had to make his first shot of every game. If he wasn't going to do that, he was going to have a hot night. But if he missed his first shot, he wouldn't, have a good night from three.
Yeah, I definitely believe there are such things as streaky shooters. My roommate Steve Lamberio is an extremely streaky shooter. Some days he hits like 1-3, and some days he can't hit the backboard.
.99, 18.7 seconds left. Miller for three, and he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch tray, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line. On hit again. Reggie Miller has tied the game with 13 seconds remaining. Reggie Miller made a three, stole the ball, raced behind the three-point line, and hit again.
One of the greatest clutch playoff performers of his generation has apparently done it again.
For only the second time in last year.
The idea of the hot hand is all over, not just in all sports, but is most prevalent in basketball in terms of shooting percentage and tendencies.
The idea is that if a player has been making a higher than normal percentage of shot attempts, then he or she will continue to make shots at a higher percentage than normal.
Yes. The problem is that this idea implies that the success of shot attempts is dependent on prior success rates.
In reality, prior success has no effect on future performance of shooting a basketball. The succeeding shots are independent of results of the same attempt in the past.
So let's go check out Jared's hot hand today. Hey Jared, how's the basketball shooting going?
It's great, I'm on fire. I haven't missed yet.
Oh. As we can see, Jared clearly didn't have the hot hand today. Research shows that success of a shot is actually slightly less likely directly after a made attempt than a miss, according to an observational study by Adelaide and coworkers. He studied entire NBA for a whole season to arrive at this figure. He included 185,000 pairs of consecutive shots for analysis. If a player makes a shot, he's 40% more likely to take the next team shot than if he had just missed one. This goes to show that even the best basketball players in the world think their shot success is somewhat out of their control and dependent on previous shots. Further, even the coaches perceive this mythical hotness and call more plays for the player in question to get the next shot. While he could not account for a serious confound, that is, defensive intensity, there was no significant variation in shooting percentage between overall percent and the percent of following a make or a miss.
Thanks for all that info, Jackie. Another study was done that analyzed the 76ers home games, finding that there was no hot hand effect. They analyzed the percentage of shots made following a make or miss by the same person. Also, Cornell men and women basketball teams were analyzed. They took 100 shots each. When looking at people who hit consecutive shots, they found that there was no correlation with the likelihood of hitting the next shot. The benefit of this study was that there was no defense to interfere with the results. Also, the same shot, free throws, was done every time.